You don't know the power of sci-fi radio.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
We would be honored if you would join us.
It is another Thursday night, which means Docking Bay 94, Season 14, Episode 20. We've been doing this for a long time. And this is our Life Day show. Life Day is this coming weekend.
Oh, there's a Life Day little card there.
Yeah, we have our
That's fun.
graphic and stuff, and kind of fun. I am Sean Obi-Shawn Crosby.
I'm calling Kaylee Crosby.
And you could be listening to us on sci-fi.radio or watching us on Twitch or YouTube or Facebook. It occurs to me that I need the chat window open.
Well, I'd like to say hello to Kit, who started the show, and hey to Don, who are both over there in Twitch.
Cool.
And I'm still trying to get Facebook to load. So we'll see how that goes.
Don't have Jeff tonight because he is out with the flu. It's a real bummer.
It's terrible.
Yeah, it is. It is pretty awful. And Dawn just dodged a kidney stone.
Oh no!
Yeah, that would have knocked you out for Life Day for sure.
Yeah.
Oof. But
I can't get Facebook to load.
Okay. Well, take a look and see if it's up there for some reason.
Yeah. Let's see.
Because I think everything else is working. But
hey to Talon Thorne, who has joined us. Yeah, looking forward to Life Day. I won't be able to go to both this year. I'm going to be missing out on the observed day on Saturday, but I will be able to join on Monday. So that should be fun.
So strangely, yeah, we're down
hey to
from
Valerie.
We're down from Facebook, and we're down from sci-fi.radio. It says.
Oh dear.
I am.
We're on YouTube.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. It says that our account, our access has failed, and so there's some sort of error. It says error. Try again later.
Hey to Pat, who's listening over on YouTube.
So let me see. Oh, that's interesting. It just knocked us off of everything.
Oh. So we're not broadcasting now?
No, we should be back. It's just really weird, and we should be on Facebook now.
All right, let me try and reload it.
Weird is weird. So sorry about that, y'all. Sorry.
There it is.
If you got dumped. Yeah, it's everything's kind of weird, but we're connected to everything now. We use a service called Restream, and sometimes it gets weird, and I never know what's happening there. And so, it didn't want to connect us to our audio on the radio station, which is sci-fi.radio, and it didn't want to do Facebook for some reason.
But it's all working now.
Yep, everything's great.
Woo!
So hopefully you all are still with us.
So Sean went to Disneyland with Jeff last Friday. I understand Jeff wasn't working that day, and so he came down and met Sean.
Yeah, I was having a pretty crappy day.
Hung out.
And, things were nuts. And frequent crappy days, you're like, why was I so annoyed? I think it took me absolutely forever to get to Disneyland, and the traffic was insane, and we kept having delays and stuff. And it was kind of nuts. So I got there really late.
Kilted Terror 313 is present.
Hey, right on.
And Kelly and Alan are here too.
Well, so we were at Disneyland, and it turned out to be kind of a ghost town. So despite my getting there really late, we walked on to just about every single ride.
What's wild about that is that I've seen posts from Disneyland by people today and yesterday saying it's crazy busy.
I think this is a week of low-cost tiered tickets. I think
The week before.
Hmm?
The week before. Oh, this week.
This week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Got it.
this week is. And so a lot of people are going then, and I think...
Well, and tomorrow starts Christmas, so
Right.
that's when the blackouts probably start.
Right, and so people want to get in before that. And then it's also... we're starting to enter that rolling break period for, like, Thanksgiving and stuff like that. So...
Hey, Vicky.
It'll be kind of interesting to see. But yeah, so we walked on to everything. And when I mean walked on, I don't mean like we got in line and we waited a little bit and then we got on the ride. We got to the end of the line for Pirates and stepped into the boat. We got to the end of the line for Star Tours and walked on to Star Tours. We didn't see the safety pre-check. We didn't see anything. The doors were open. And they just told us to grab a seat, which was crazy. So I think we ended up in the front row for Star Tours. And yeah, it was really bizarre. Everything was either a light line, like Indy was 20 minutes, and so we didn't encounter a line till we got to the safety film, and so that was about 20 minutes. We walked up the front steps of Haunted Mansion with no line. Like, walked up into the elevator, down onto the car, boom. I mean, it was amazing. And so when I go to Disneyland, very frequently, I don't ride a lot of rides. But in this case, yeah, oh my gosh. Yeah, I did all sorts of stuff.
How many things did you do?
Good question. Okay, well, first off...
Did you do more than 9?
So, I don't know. Didn't count. Jeff works the submarine ride. But we were there talking to some people, and they're like, do you want to go on? And we're like, yeah, okay. And because, I haven't been on in a while. And the last time I saw the submarine ride, which is Little Nemo now. Not Little Nemo. Finding Nemo. Little Nemo was the comic strip from the 1930s. Last time I saw it, it was in the Outpost, where you don't get into the sub and you don't go through it, and you just watch a movie, basically. And that's fine, especially on really hot days and stuff, and you don't have to climb up and down steep staircases and things. But we got in the ride, and we did the whole submarine thing, so that was one. We did Star Tours, we did Pirates, Haunted Mansion, Rise of the Resistance was down, so we did not do that. Did we do the Jungle Cruise? I feel like we did the Jungle Cruise.
And what time did you say you got there? Like 6?
Yeah, something really late. It was really awful.
And how many was that things that you did?
Like 5, I guess.
That's pretty good for starting at 6 o'clock when they
Yeah.
expect you to have 9 for the whole day.
Yeah, and then we went, and so one of the annoying things that happened, and this is very, it's very minor. It was just like a mild annoyance. I was largely going as my reconnoiter for Life Day, because of course Life Day is on Saturday. It's the observed on Saturday, and it is the official day on Monday. And so I just wanted to check things out, make sure Disney was ready for us, talk to some of the locals in Batu. They released some new swag. So there's a Chewbacca action figure, and there's a Life Day pin. And so I wanted to pick those up, make sure we got them this year, because they got them out early, which is amazing. We have done Life Days where all the Life Day swag shows up the day after.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
It's really been a bummer. So they're really on it this year. So that was like my mission. And then they were doing a thing, and it may be a moot point because I'm not going to get there till Saturday, and they may be out of these things. They're doing these lenticular cards for the Christmas parade. And I thought, okay, well, I'll go get the card. And so I went to the Disneyana Gallery, where they usually hand the cards out. And it wasn't just the card. It was a big, giant sheet that was like maybe, I don't know, 8 inches by 14 inches or something like that, with spaces for 4 lenticular cards to go. So you could ostensibly put your cards in there and then frame it, have a nice little Christmas thing to do. The drawback to this are twofold. The first one is the Disneyana Gallery was out of them. And so this is the gallery that's in the old bank building right next to the Opera House when you first walk into Disneyland on the right-hand side. They didn't have any. They'd run out. And they said, well, you can get them by going to the Wonderground Gallery. Or you can go into California Adventure and they might have some. So I thought, well, I feel like fewer people will be going to the Wonderground Gallery. So I walked right out of the park, and they gave me a weird look because I just walked in. Went to Wonderground and got this thing. And so the card, the second thing that was a problem with this whole arrangement was that you now have to carry this card around with you all day. And if you're just there, with not a lot of stuff, not a bag, not a backpack, not an any, and you're trying to keep this card nice, that was very complicated. So yeah, so that was weird too. And I appreciate what Disney did. It's a really fancy card. It's, nice art. It's very festive. But, unless you have a stroller or a scooter or a locker, maybe, you run the risk of really trashing it over the course of the day. So that was kind of like a weird thing. And what would have been better is to warn you that you were getting this and like maybe make it the last one so that you can come prepared. Like you could bring a backpack, you could bring something to protect it if you're a collector. So that was weird. I bolted to Wonderground. I got it. I went back in, and they wouldn't. They get confused when you leave and come back in really quickly, and so that was a problem. And she said, "I'm not sure I should let you in." It's like, please let me in. I just kind of love the patience for any of this. So it was all right. And so I walked around the park for a little while. I went and I bought my my swag, which gave me a bag, which let me put this big card thing at least into a bag. And I managed to get it home with a minimal of damage. But it was hard. It's big. It's really very large.
Wow.
It's like half the size of the computer monitor in front of me. So
That's very silly.
yeah, it was very strange.
I would like to say hey to the Lady A1066, and Jedi Laureen and Linda Bowden and Jack Davis. All say hi.
Hey, hi y'all.
So you ended up staying until the end of the day at Disney.
I did. I wasn't going to, but Disneyland has altered their hours such that usually they would close at like 11, and they're closing at 10 now. And even on Friday night, this was a Friday night, which is when I almost never go. And that's what made it so surprising, is that Friday night was quiet. You think, oh, it's at the end of the week, people are getting off of work, they're going to go party at Disneyland. Nuh-uh. It was really, really calm, really strange. And so, going on a Friday was really kind of bizarre to be there. And they shut it down at 11 instead of staying open till midnight, which is usually what they do. So I did end up staying until 11, which It caused a bit of a problem for Colleen because I'm doing a clinical trial thing, and I have this cell phone thing that I have to answer questions in twice a day, the morning and the evening. So to call Colleen and talk her through it on the phone. Jeff went to the restroom, and I'm on the phone going, okay, say yes to that, say no to that.
It was fine.
Here's my code. But yeah, got it done. Everything was cool. I went to the doctor's appointment earlier this week, and they didn't complain. They didn't say anything was wrong, so I guess everything's great.
And then Saturday we went to a rehearsal for the radio show that we're doing this Sunday at the Lanterman House in La Cañada. It's a repeat of a show that the group has done before. I wasn't in it before, but Sean was in it before. And yeah, we're down a little bit on our cast because we are missing our pianist and our main David Milano usually does our special effects, sound effects, and we're having to kind of do those on the fly because he wasn't available, and neither was Randy, who's our pianist.
Well, and to just fill you in, if you don't know what these are, we do old time radio dramas. In this case, it's Flash Gordon. We do them live in a ballroom at the Lanterman House. Lanterman House is a historical home in the La Cañada area. And they have a
small ballroom upstairs.
Small ballroom on the second floor, which is like really great. And so we take that over, and the audience seats like maybe 100 people. And we do these live radio shows. And so the first one we're doing is Flash Gordon, which we have done before. This is like the 6th or 7th time I've been involved in a Flash Gordon production. And we're doing a Baby Snooks episode, and there's going to be a little singing, but it's a lighter cast. It's more seat of our pants. We're kind of winging stuff, but it'll still be fun because it always is. And I think because we're a little bit of a lighter cast than we usually are, we are
more relaxed,
taking it a little more lighthearted. Because we were making jokes and stuff through rehearsal, and we were entertaining ourselves, even though it's a script that we've done before. We were laughing, we were having a good time, and I'm like, maybe this is a thing we should do at the performance, because we were kind of like Rocky Horroring ourselves just a little bit, and I think that made it really fun.
Yeah. So
hopefully the audience has as much fun as we did in our rehearsal. It's always appreciated. And is it a free performance?
It is a free performance. I will post the details in the various places.
Yeah. So, and Jedi Lori's getting mad at the way I speak again.
Uh-oh. Matthew Tillard is here now. I
say a phrase she doesn't like, which is really kind of.
Yeah, it's really kind of easygoing of you to say that.
Right?
Yeah.
I'll make sure that I add it to Flash Gordon. I'm playing the narrator in Flash Gordon. I have been Flash, I have been Zarkov, I have been other things, and I'm playing Prince Thun of the Lion People. And I'm the narrator, which is really fun. So that's good. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. But the problem is, so we're observing Life Day on Saturday, which is also Dapper Day at Disneyland, by the way. So Saturday the 15th is Life Day observed, and we're getting started around 3:30 over by the Resistance base, and then we have the show the next day. At the Lanterman, and then Monday in the evening is actual Life Day. So it's going to be crazy. And then if I want to be really insane, there is a morning event at Angel Stadium in Anaheim that I can do as a Ghostbuster.
On Tuesday?
No, on Saturday.
No.
So I haven't committed to that.
You shouldn't. You're not as young as you used to be.
But it's right next to Disneyland. I'll be there anyway.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, for those of you who didn't hear why Jeff is out, he's got the flu. We're very sad that he's not able to make it tonight.
And Laura and Chris are here. Sorry, I was looking to see if there was anybody else, and I didn't see anybody else. Double checking. Nope, we're still at the same.
Okay.
I'm trying to look up the event we're doing on Sunday so that I can post the details.
If you want information on Life Day, by the way, you've heard us talk about it a lot, but if you're not connected to us on Facebook in any way, you can do a search for Life Day, Batu, and Beyond. And that's the main site that we organize things on. That will give you links to the 2 event pages, which you'll also find up if you do a search for Life Day. There'll be one that says it's observed, that's Saturday, and there'll be one that says it's actual, that's Monday. The actual one is always the 17th. And we always try to do one on a weekend and a weekday to make sure that people have options. And the biggest disappointment this year, one thing I really tried to get going, and I'll have to work harder at it this year, we had an unforeseen setback where we wanted to treat Life Day more like Star Wars Thanksgiving. Which means we wanted to find a big communal hall, and I had found a theater that was good right up until the point where they closed. Find a big communal hall, screen the holiday special on the wall, let people make food from the various Star Wars cookbooks and bring that so that we can have a potluck thing. Somebody was going to run a trivia contest, which would have been fun. And we were going to sing carols as we usually do the memorial, maintain everything that we do at Disneyland. But we understand, we get how Disneyland's getting really expensive. Not everybody can afford annual passes anymore. Magic keys are getting really tough, and all of that. So I really wanted to have this other thing lined up, but with the economy being a little dodgy, it bit us in the butt in a way I didn't see coming, and they didn't see coming, which was the theater that we were going to use had to close. So
that makes it very difficult.
We lost our venue. And I suppose had I been more on the ball, we could have, rented a place across the street or something like that. But the idea is that we're going to do this for as little money as possible. So if we can do it for free because someone donated the venue, we're going to do it. If we can do it for $10 because that's the cost of the venue, that's what we'll do. But I want a low-cost alternative to Disney with the same community. And look, if you want to come to all 3 Life Day events, don't care. You're more than welcome.
3?
Yeah. So if we do 2 at Disney and we do 1 off-site.
Oh, if we do 1 off-site.
Yeah, that would be 3. Yeah. So.
Young Lee is here as well.
Hey, all right.
And I've posted the details in Twitch and Facebook. I did a bare bones post in YouTube because they don't allow for long posts, and I didn't post anything to
Sci-Fi?
Sci-Fi.radio because I don't know how to do that.
That's fine. I can go.
Yeah.
And do that. I'll grab what you wrote here and go post that.
Groovy.
Over at Sci-Fi, because I don't think I see a chat from them.
Yeah, I don't know.
So.
Let's see. And then Sunday, I got up and baked myself a pumpkin bread, a really big one. And originally I was gonna send it around to various people, but I ended up taking it to my dance class, and then Sean and I ate the rest this week for breakfast.
We ate it.
So it was very good Smitten Kitchen recipe. And that's pretty much it for the week. Did you do anything else, Sean?
I packed up all of our Halloween decorations.
That's a lot.
And that took 3 days. I got them in. It's supposed to rain this weekend, by the way. There's a 100% chance of rain on the Saturday Life Day event, and there's an 80% chance of rain on the Monday Life Day event. We're still going to do it, rain or shine, but I wanted to get all my stuff in the garage before the rain hit.
So Don says he has a 20-foot inflatable screen if we do a Life Day at a park. So I say we start planning to do it at a park.
That could be pretty cool. It's a case of course, we have to do it at night to make sure that works. And I do have a couple of projectors, and we're going to need power. So, but we can probably run it off of the variety of our cars.
Right.
All right. I have posted the Flash Gordon radio show thing over on sci-fi.radio too.
Excellent. Should we talk about Star Wars?
Sure. If that's all we did. I'm looking at the calendar here real quick to see what we did this week. You went to the sewing circle.
Right. It wasn't anything exciting. I had a sewing circle. I drove to it. I did not sew anything because I've just finished that big project, my 18th century. For anybody who didn't hear last week, I finished an 18th century day dress that I've been working on for about the last 10 years because I'm slow and don't do things really solidly.
Oh. Sorry, go ahead. Finish. I just remembered why my week was such a drag.
And then so I haven't really started ramping up into my next project yet. I have a pattern. I'm slowly getting into it, picking up a few little odds and ends to I bought last year when we went right around this time of year, we went up to Lucasfilm to get a tour to see the Life Day exhibit that they had there. And they allowed us into the shop where they had all of their merchandise, and some of it was on sale. And so because it was on sale, I bought this Lucasfilm heavy shirt. It's like
a heavy denim shirt.
Yeah.
Almost a jacket, really, but it's unlined.
Well, and it's a shirt. It's definitely a shirt. And so when I would try to wear it, in my mind, like a jacket, it just didn't look right to me because I didn't like the way the bottom of it looked like a shirt. So several months ago, I cut the bottom of it off. And over the weekend, I sewed the bottom back on, but I made it into a belt for the bottom of it and shortened the whole thing into kind of a night jacket. So getting that sort of little project done right now while I'm in between big projects.
Well, it looks really great, and it's got that Eisenhower jacket kind of vibe, and of course it's kind of in between an olive drab and a brown color.
Yeah.
And it's got the Lucasfilm embroidery on it, and it's pretty spiffy. I think Colleen's going to go get it.
Yeah, why don't you? What was awful?
Yeah, so the reason I got to Disneyland so late, and that I couldn't remember, is I had a bad car week. So back last last May maybe, I got in an accident where I hit something on the road and it took out the front corner of my car. Went in, had the insurance fix it. They did all the repairs. Everything was great. And when they fixed it, they missed a part. They missed the wheel well liner that goes behind the tire. And so I took it back. When they got that part, they just fixed it. So the car is all, 100% now. And the guy says, hey, there is a whole bunch of damage to your tires. Your tires look really rough on the inside. And you should have that looked at. And I said, well, I got a flat tire on Halloween, so I have to take my car to the tire shop anyway. I'm on my way there right now after you, so I'll go have them look at that. And so I drive to the tire shop. I have a problem with my car where they either do or don't have the tires for my car. And the last time I went to my usual tire shop, they sent me to another shop to get the tires because they didn't have them. So I went to that other shop first, and they didn't have the tires, so they sent me back to the first shop. where they did. And I had to buy new expensive tires. Grr. So while they were doing that, I had them check the inside of my tires, and they're like, yeah, they're shredded. The belts are coming through. This is very, very dangerous. It's really great that you came in like right now. So it all kind of worked out, and it was in an area though that I couldn't see. And I guess what happened is that when I got in my little accident, the alignment got knocked off, and it hadn't occurred to me that I needed to go have that redone. And so the inside of my tires, which were wearing low anyway, wore through. But the outside of the tires looked just fine and had a pretty respectable amount of tread on them, so it wasn't an emergency to replace my tires. You could have gone either way on it. So I got all 4 tires replaced. They're all new. And then, of course, I had to get an alignment, which the tire shop that I go to doesn't offer. So I made an appointment, and I went down to this alignment shop, and they took the car in, and they said it'll be an hour and a half, 2 hours. I said, okay, then I'm going to go over to Del Taco across the street, hang out, which I did. And I've been having problems with my phone, which I seem to have fixed because my phone's going absolutely nuts with notifications and stuff. But I could be holding the phone in my hand and someone could call me and it wouldn't ring, wouldn't buzz, wouldn't vibrate, wouldn't give me a screen alert, nothing. And so instead of this hour and a half to 2 hours, they actually got done in about 30 minutes. But of course, I spent an hour and a half over at Del Taco. So I had to, once I figured out what was going on, I went over to the tire place, I picked up my car, and that's why I got to Disneyland so late. So I had a flat tire on Halloween. I had the car part replaced like on Tuesday on my car, and then had all my tires replaced on Tuesday, and then had the alignment on Friday, and then earlier this week, Tuesday maybe, I had to have my battery replaced in the car because the battery had gone. And the battery in my car is in the trunk, which means I had to clean my trunk out. It's very complicated, very weird. Kind of a bummer. And so it's been like crazy weird car week. And none of it has been like super, super serious. It's just been annoying and kind of expensive. So it was weird. But that's why I was so mad at Disneyland. I couldn't remember why I was so annoyed. And it was that it took me so long to find out that they were done with my car because they called me and left a voicemail.
And then someone hit you on the way to the park.
Yes. On the way there, I was in the far right lane, and there was no, not the far right lane, like the second to the far right lane. There was a guy in the right lane, and he decided he was going to cut me off. He was in a little white sports car that said Z Thunder on the license plate, and he cuts in front of me with no signal, and so I jam on the brakes. My car emergency systems all go crazy. Car starts beeping, the seatbelt locks me in, all of this kind of stuff, and the guy behind me hits me and smacks into the bumper. I did not hit the car in front of me, thank goodness. We got off the freeway. The guy who hit me and I looked at our cars and went, why bother with our insurance companies? It wasn't that big a deal. It was just annoying. And this guy, he cut me off. He cut the guy off in the lane to the left of me, and then he sped off and ran away, not realizing he caused an accident in his wake. And yeah, that was super annoying. So I was in a very pissy mood. And I think Jeff came out to Disneyland just to cheer me up.
Yeah. But it's been a week, so things are better now, right?
It's great. Yeah. Yep.
This is the jacket that I made out of the shirt. See, it's short. I can't tell if I'm on screen.
Yeah, you're pretty good. Crouch down just a little bit.
Crouch down?
Yeah, a little bit. A little more. A little more. There you go. And move to your right a little bit. There you go. Very nice.
So anyway, this is the jacket, and this is the part that I redid.
Yeah, it looks great.
So anyway, that was my excitement for Sunday, Saturday. I don't remember when I did it. Saturday night? Not sure. But I'm glad I remembered to put it on because I can wear it now.
Woohoo!
It's perfect. Okay, so let's talk about. Wait. Let us welcome Morgan Thunder. Who wants to know if we're snarky?
I'm snarky. Yeah, off and on. Depends.
And
Hopefully in a reasonably acceptable way, not in a mean way. I try not to be mean.
there we go. I don't see anybody else who's joined us since then.
Right on.
So let's move on to Star Wars.
You got it.
Star Wars birthday history. On November 8th, 1926, Ted Burnett was born.
Ted Burnett was Wooher, the bartender in Star Wars, the first Star Wars movie, or Episode 4, A New Hope, as it is known now. He's the, we don't serve your kind in here. Your droids, they'll have to leave. He was that kind of guy. I think they overdubbed his voice. I think he was a little too British for what they did. But he's our no blasters guy, and was born on November 8th in 1926.
Was that why you sounded like he was from New Jersey?
Because they dubbed him?
Yeah.
No blasters, no blasters. They did that a lot. They dubbed a lot of people who had like British accents. Pretty much they saved the British accents for the Empire, I guess.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
On November 12th, 1927, John Hollis was born.
John Hollis was immortalized as an action figure because, and one of the cooler ones, with the dumbest name, because names in Star Wars are often very literal. He was called Lobot because he had a digital surround around his head, and he was essentially lobotomized, which is pretty funny. He also had weird face things in Flash Gordon when he was in Flash Gordon. He was in Superman 2, and the original Superman as one of the Krypton elders who sent people to the Phantom Zone.
It's funny, I never really connected that he was supposed to be lobotomized.
Yeah, it's only one of those things if you pay attention to his name.
Yeah.
Which is
Well, I mean, I always think of robot when I think of him,
right.
not lobotomy.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And anyway, he was in Day of the Triffids, For Your Eyes Only. And what's funny is, For Your Eyes Only, he played Blofeld. And I think this is the movie where there's just an opening credits scene with Blofeld where they sort of like dump him off a helicopter into a smokestack. There's like this sort of disposal of Blofeld. I think he plays that role, which is really funny. And Blofeld, of course, is a long-running James Bond villain who was bald. And so, he certainly fit the part. But he's got a long list of credits, including the Avengers TV series, The Saint, lots of really good things like that go all the way back to 1958.
On November 10th, 1931, Don Henderson was born.
Don Henderson was General Taggy in Star Wars Episode 4. He's the one who gets choked by Vader, as I recall.
Yeah, he is.
And it's I mean, what an interesting thing to have on your resume. It's like, first man choked by Darth Vader. But he was in Doctor Who. He did all sorts of all sorts of other stuff too. That's the funny thing about Star Wars is that like the people they grabbed, if you were in the UK, you knew these guys from everything. But because we were in the United States, they were all kind of new to us. He was in Brazil. He was in The Adventures of Baron Munchausen. He's got like 120 credits to his name. He was in the TV series Red Dwarf. Did all sorts of like really fun stuff. But of course, you know, he'll always be taggy. Oh, maybe he wasn't the one who got choked.
Well, it says that his canon death, Taggy was demoted by Emperor Palpatine after failing to prevent the rebellion's success. He was then killed by Darth Vader, who strangled him with the Force for his incompetence.
No, okay, well, there we go. It's
but not in Episode 4.
Not in the movie, yeah.
Because after the destruction of the first Death Star, he was promoted to Grand General and put in charge of the Imperial military.
Right.
He later failed during the Shu-Torun War. But it says it's canon.
Right. I'm just mixing him up, though, with the other guy. So.
In Legends, he died along with Moff Tarkin when the first Death Star was destroyed.
Oh.
So, now we know.
Now we know.
Born on November 8th, 1932, was Tony DeZuniga.
Yeah, he was a Filipino comics artist. He worked for DC Comics. He did Jonah Hex, where he was a co-creator of that character, and also the Black Orchid. But he left the Philippines, came to the United States. He got after earning a Bachelor of Science degree in commercial art in the Philippines, and he came to study graphic design in New York. Ended up working in advertising, made his way to comics, and worked on all sorts of strange stuff. You know, weird comics, and that's a title. It's not. He just worked on weird comics. He did the Wizard of Oz comic series and worked with all sorts of great people. And he did illustrations for TSR and the Dungeons and Dragons game, including the Dragonlance saga and a bunch of things like that. And he worked in the United States and in Japan with Sega on video games. Pretty great career.
Awesome. November 10th, 1943, William Hoyland was born. He played Commander Altadon Igar in Return of the Jedi, who was the person that Jedi Luke Skywalker surrendered himself to Igar, before the Battle of Endor. And then Igar presented his prisoner to the Sith Lord Darth Vader, who then ordered the commander to search the surrounding area for Skywalker's allies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was on the Sanctuary Moon. He was the guy. He was armed only with this, hands over the lightsaber. And so I wouldn't hand it over the lightsaber. He was in Coronation Street, Call the Midwife. He was in the movie For Your Eyes Only with John Hollis, whom we spoke of earlier, and also Julian Glover. He had a pretty extensive career. He was in Hellboy as Von Krupt. And gosh, he was acting like sort of right up to the very end. If you haven't figured out our birthday list, whom we the people that we honor and we talk about, they have all passed away. So if you're like, hey, you didn't do so and so, it's probably because they're still with us. So.
And our final birthday history is November 11th, 1943. Dave Cockrum, who's a comic book artist, was born.
A cover artist in particular. He worked on Star Wars Episode 5 and 6 and 17 back in the 70s. He did all sorts of Star Wars special stuff. And he co-created characters for the new X-Men like Nightcrawler, Storm, Colossus, Mystique, the Black Cat. He did all sorts of really great comic work for a really, really long time. Got hooked on comics and then started lettering for a lot of these things. So he was he would write letters to the comic books and get published in them, which was really funny. And so he kind of used that as a springboard to become a comic book creator himself, because he knew the lore. He would send in these letters to be published, all that kind of stuff. So it was kind of cool. But yeah, long career. And he said he wanted to make X-Men comics feel like you were watching a movie with Sean Connery as Sigourney Weaver. Like epic and cinematic.
Sean Connery as Sigourney Weaver, or Sean Connery and Sigourney Weaver? Okay.
No, Sean Connery as Sigourney Weaver would be weird. Don't you think?
Super weird. Okay, regular Star Wars history. November 12th, 1976, Del Rey published the first printing of the Star Wars novelization, which Sean will now share his memories of.
So the thing that's really funny, Star Wars is a movie, but they always did these movie tie-ins, right? So you had the opportunity to read Star Wars before it came out. And my step-uncle, Bob, had a copy of the book, brought it to Thanksgiving, and said, "You would like this. I think it's part of that movie that you want to see." And so, because everybody had been bringing me little clippings and stuff from Ladies' Home Journal and stuff like that as they were talking about, this Star Wars movie that was coming out. And so it was really interesting. So when I went to see Star Wars, I already knew what the story was. And I had a kind of a different concept, because the book doesn't exactly line up with the movie, and kind of a different concept of stuff. And so part of me was like, hey, that's not how it was in the book. And the other part of it was, this is so much better than the book. It was like really crazy. It was a very interesting way to experience Star Wars, and to have essentially like made me a fan before the movie came out, which is kind of weird, because people are like, oh, I've been a fan since May 25th. And I'm like, well, let me tell you something. And, the book was out like a full 6 months before the movie, which is kind of crazy.
That is crazy. Star Wars history. On November 13th, 1983, Empire Strikes Back was released on videocassette, CED, and Laserdisc. My first thought on this is, what's CED? Tried to look it up and got nowhere. It's not a typo.
Right.
Because I found that exact quote online, but I don't know what a CED is.
It is this: capacitance electronic disc. It is essentially a laser disc, but it's a
lasery laser disc?
It is a very specific version that was released by RCA.
Okay.
So, and it worked
Weird.
unlike a laser disc. It worked like a record. It had a stylus.
Weird.
And it played the record and created pictures and sound through it. Absolutely crazy. And it's it was very specific to RCA. It didn't last particularly long. And so they had this what they called a high density groove system that worked like playing a regular thing. And of course they protected the discs in sleeves like laser discs. And the laser vision stuff sort of owes quite a bit to this thing. But RCA completely discontinued all of it because it just wasn't doing well.
Although I do wonder if this date is correct, because it says here November 13th, 1983, and what I'm looking up online says that the VHS, Laserdisc, and CED, which it does explain as a capacitance electronic disc, were all released in 1984. Same date, probably, but
Yeah. Well, so
a different year.
it would have been one of the last movies that they released as a capacitance disc, as a CED, because they killed it that year in 1984.
Oh, interesting.
And so, which is funny because you would think that Star Wars might have been a thing that saved it, right? Because Star Wars was so huge and everybody wanted
in on
a
it.
copy of that, but it wasn't enough. It says the last title released was The Jewel of the Nile,
Oh.
CBS Fox Home Video, and that was in 1986.
Well,
So
it was released on DVD and Blu-ray in 2004.
right.
And in theaters in 1980, just in case anybody didn't know that. Our last Star Wars history item is from November 11th, 1999. C-3PO and R2-D2 were spokesdroids for the Canadian Association of Transplantation and the Kidney Foundation of Canada. So their charity work goes way back.
Yeah, that's kind of an odd connection, though. So that's
Isn't
like,
it?
25 years ago? And it's like robots telling you to be an organ donor.
It's weird.
We don't have organs ourselves, but feel free to give a kidney. And hey, look, I am a donor. It is on my driver's license. I am all for donating organs. I just think it's weird to have R2 and C-3PO tell you to do it.
It is a little weird. All right, so now that we're through the Star Wars topics, we don't have any non-history topics.
Right.
Let us say hello to... we had someone else join us, and I can't find them.
Uh-oh.
Well, Eric Gertz joined us,
Cool.
but
The
I
Lady
don't know
A?
where.
I don't know if we talked to the Lady A yet.
Yeah, we did.
We
Here he is. Eric Gertz joined us, and I think everybody else we've said hi to.
Okay, cool. All right.
Let me look over here. Laura Kelly, Young Lee. Yeah. If we missed anybody, sorry. We're doing our best.
Right.
And let's move on to theme parks. So, one of my favorite topics is Life Day food at Disneyland. And we got a list of Life Day foods that are available starting tomorrow, November 14th. And they're supposed to go through the 17th. I would imagine that they're actually going to go through January 6th, which is the holiday season.
End of the holiday, yeah.
Yeah, the holiday season goes from tomorrow, November 14th,
Or
through January 6th.
while supplies last.
Or while supplies last,
Yeah.
correct. So it is, it's taking me to a Facebook post. I thought that I drifted off topic.
Oh, weird.
Went to a Facebook post. At any rate, yeah, a little weird. We are getting, at Docking Bay 7, Food and Cargo, we're getting the regular Felucian Kefta garden spread, which is impossible meatballs in a kind of a hummus dip. And instead of the hummus dip, they're putting it in a roasted butternut squash puree with tzatziki sauce. Tzatziki sauce with toasted sage. Interesting. Another entree that they'll have is Andorian roasted chicken salad, marinated chicken, mixed greens, roasted seasonal vegetables, pumpkin seeds, and green curry ranch. I think this is what I'm going to sample on Monday.
Now, this is what Kit put text on, right?
Yeah, but that's in the I don't think there's a link to those photos.
No, but I think I can.
Oh, okay. I'll wait till you pull it
I
up.
can get them over here.
Yeah. You'll have to say what they are though, because again, my delay.
Yeah,
makes it
that's fine. Let me
hard.
let me get to those. Because I'm like, I can show these. Wait.
Oh, the Lady A did say that she finished sewing her German medieval in peacock wool, which sounds gorgeous.
That's cool.
Yeah.
All right. Docking Bay 7 Felucian Kefta Garden Spread.
So it's always called Felucian Kefta Garden Spread, but they've changed up the puree that it's sitting in.
Okay.
Has chunks of roasted butternut squash in it, and toasted sage,
And the tzatziki sauce.
Yeah, I think they always have tzatziki sauce, but I might be wrong.
Yeah, it makes sense. This is Kashik Cake.
I've had this before. It's good. I will get this
It has
again.
a brownie base, raspberry sauce, tiramisu, and dark chocolate mousse.
I feel like their regular dessert with the little orbs is more spacey, but I always want to encourage them to have holiday things. So
The
I try
one
to-
that looks like rocks?
yeah,
Yeah, that's kind of fun.
yeah.
Let's see. Andorian roasted chicken salad.
So this is what I think I'm gonna try. It's basically mixed greens with chunks of chicken and I'm sorry, what do they call their chicken?
Marinated chicken.
But what do they call their chicken?
Tip yip?
Tip yip. Chunks of tip yip and squash. Probably. Maybe there's some Brussels sprouts in there. Don't
Yeah.
know. And then pumpkin seeds. So this is what I'm going to try on Monday. See if I like it.
Very
What
cool.
I would get on Monday is this next item, but I'm allergic, so I can't.
Let's see if it comes up as the next item. The Kublag curry.
Yeah. But I can't have curry spiced shrimp.
Oh no, that is deadly to Colleen.
Yeah, and I doubt Sean would eat this either because not only does it have the curry spiced shrimp, but it has cilantro and feta.
Cilantro, I'm not hot on. Feta,
Sometimes it's good,
I'm
sometimes
kind
it's
of
not.
okay.
Yeah.
I avoid shrimp because Colleen is allergic to shrimp. I'm okay with shrimp, but I don't even like to risk it because she gets all swelly and it's bad. But yeah, somebody will have to try it and tell us how it is.
Yeah.
Oga's Cantina, the Joe Blasto Sangria Gokal.
Now, I wouldn't try this because I don't like wine or vodka, really.
Yeah,
But the rest of the ingredients sound good.
they do. They sound good. It's
And I don't know if I will be going into Oga's Cantina. Our last experience there was so meh, and prices are up so high.
I mean, I would go for the company.
Yeah, if there's somebody else who's going, then I would go with them, but I don't know that just Sean and I would go by ourselves.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, I will always go for the company, but I'm not sure I would go in just to hang out.
Yeah.
I've never been there solo, I don't think. That just seems weird to me.
Yeah.
They're like, hi, put me at a table with strangers.
They'd make you stand up.
Very cruise ship. Yeah, they would. They'd make me
Right.
stand up. Also at Oga's Cantina, Milla Flour Toast.
I would try this.
It looks very festive.
Yeah. This is cinnamon swirl toast, whipped ricotta cream, cheesecake frosting, strawberries, lychee pearls, chocolate crumble, and matcha powder.
Everything but the matcha powder sounds like you.
Yeah, I don't really like matcha that much.
Yeah, but otherwise this seems like your kind of dessert.
Yeah. I could make that at home pretty easily, though.
That's true.
Yeah.
See, well, when we do Life Day out of Disney, somebody can bring it.
Right. Yeah.
Milk stand, blue milk with golden lichen patty frog eggs.
It is a strawberry puree and lychee popping spheres, which are boba pearls.
That's good. I generally like some of the milk variants they do.
I do too. I'll try this one.
Yeah, this seems pretty good, and it's in the blue milk, which is the one that tends to taste coconutty, right? Blue milk is coconutty and
so.
green is fruity.
I think so.
I think so too.
I can never remember which one I like better, though. I think it's the green that I like better.
I like both of them, but the green is good. I feel like the blue needs like they're adding fruit to the blue with the strawberry puree. I bet that's really good because I feel like that's what it needs.
Yeah, it needs some spike of flavor like that.
Yeah, and we usually get the Toydarian swirl,
like the Toydarian,
which is the one that's all very spicy.
Yeah.
Before I move on to the next slide here, let me remind you guys that you could be listening to us on sci-fi.radio, sci-fi for your Wi-Fi. This is our science fiction-oriented radio station that runs 24/7. We play all sorts of game soundtracks, movie soundtracks, anime stuff, lots of variety and novelty stuff too, which is a lot of fun. So, we got you covered 24/7. And this show, of course, airs at this time every week and predates all the video stuff that you could be watching us on YouTube or Twitch or Facebook. And if you are watching us in any of those places, thank you. And if you're over in the chat, hey, everybody. And, of course, a gigantic, huge thank you to Boba-Kit Sovine, who is our social media maven. She puts all the funny stuff up there and all the news and all that kind of stuff and keeps the show document in order so that we know what we're talking about. And so if you see something over on the Docking Bay 94 Facebook page that you like or makes you laugh or makes you think, that's Kit. She does all that. So thanks, Kit.
When you said it makes you laugh or makes you think, it made me think of Professor Frink.
Professor Frink, he makes you laugh, he makes you think. Can you people see why we're married?
Kilted Terror. Wait, is that the same person we were already talking to?
Yes.
Yes, sorry about that. I was going to say Kilted Terror join us, but it's because I need new glasses.
No, he's been around.
So,
I should be wearing my glasses, come to think of it. I got these fancy computer glasses. Do I wear them? No.
Silly you.
The Wookiee Ookies are back. These are the same ones, right? That
Yeah,
they
they
had
are.
before. Pecan chocolate shortbread with salted caramel filling.
They're okay. They're not my favoriteest cookie in the whole world, but I like them better than the bread that they have sometimes. They have a filled bread that is like raised bread or something like that.
Right.
And I don't particularly like that.
I feel like both of these are too small from a portion standpoint.
The Wookiee Ookie is kind of big.
It's kind of big?
Maybe
Okay.
3 inches across.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah.
I remember the little bread muffin thingy, the little puff.
It's
Was
too
too small.
small to share, I think.
Okay.
This is big enough to share, I believe. But maybe I'm wrong. I might be misremembering. And they might be downsizing things. They're certainly raising the prices on everything because all of the non-alcoholic specialty beverages start at about $7.50 now.
Yeah.
I mean, and that even counts like the punch that they have over on the Tomorrowland Terrace. They have a really good Christmas punch that I like. And I'm like, I don't think I want to spend $7.50 on that. I could spend $7.50 and buy all the ingredients for it at home.
Right. Katsaka's Kettle, which is the popcorn stand in the marketplace across from the Jewels of Bith. Kirkoidian cold hot chocolate. Cold hot white chocolate. Mexican chocolate spice mix and strawberry crumble.
It's very confusing. I'm pretty sure it is a chocolate shake.
I get that feeling. It is also
Right.
blue,
Yeah.
which is a little weird.
I
Because
think-
they already have blue milk. So.
Belying what I just said about me not wanting to spend $7 on drinks, I might get this because it's a Life Day
Sure.
thing.
Well, and we can always get these and try them out and share them.
Yeah.
And that way we can get more stuff and not fill up
Yeah.
on all this stuff. It looks like the strawberry crumble on top looks a lot like Fruity Pebbles. I wonder if it's the rice cereal kind of stuff.
It might just be freeze-dried strawberries that they've crumbled. That's really popular right now.
Oh, yeah. You're right.
To do that. I made something with freeze-dried strawberries like 6 months ago or so. Mm-hmm. But I have no idea what it was. I don't remember.
I do like them. I do like freeze-dried fruits.
Yeah.
So. Also at Katsaka's Kettle, they had this before, the Life Day Cheese Branch.
I like this.
With Katsaka's sauce. Croissant dough. Croissant?
I wasn't going to say anything.
Croissant.
Croissant.
Croissant dough. Mixed with cream cheese, Parmesan cheddar with spicy Alfredo dipping sauce.
So I find this to be a little bit greasy.
Yes.
And it's small. Like the amount that you get, it's an amusement park.
Right,
Colleen,
right.
Get off your high horse on the prices, but the price on this is pretty high for what you get.
Well, and the name belies size. Branch. It's not a twig. It's a branch.
Well, it's a croissant.
Right. That's pretty funny.
Anyway,
That's everything?
On the one hand, I'm like, price is really high, amusement park. And on the other hand, I like to support what they do bring out for Life Day so that we get it again next year for Life Day. Hopefully they'll change it up a little bit more.
Right.
I didn't see anything that was hugely different.
So the interesting thing about Life Day is those of us who grew up in a certain time have known about Life Day since 1978. We have celebrated it off and on over the years in a variety of ways. And the way we celebrate now at Galaxy's Edge is very different. And basically, we just made up a Life Day celebration and we foisted it on Disney. We basically went to the park and said, we're going to do this until we get kicked out. They didn't kick us out. They welcomed us back. They started selling merch. They've embraced it. It's incorporated in their shows now. It's incorporated in their books now. And I don't want to sound like I'm trying to take credit for any of this. That's not what I'm saying at all. But what I am saying is that the awareness that Life Day has now is something that's just extremely cool. And I'm really glad that we do. But Disney is also figuring it out the same way we are figuring it out. And I think we've got our part down because a lot of people don't want me to change it because they're just like, we like it. It's tradition now. We're like, okay. But Disney has to mix it up every year because they're trying to sell merch and they're trying to do different things. And so we have things this year that we didn't have last year. And we had things the year before that lasted for 3 years because people didn't buy them.
But we don't want that to happen because then they'll stop
right
making stuff for us.
Yeah,
so.
I have no complaints about the merch. Whatever they want to throw our way is good. There are some, I think they need some greatest hits merch to come back. Like they need to bring the orbs back for sure. And the first year pins were so good.
They were really good.
I like the pins that they have now. They're cute. But the first year pin that was just like a Life Day, it looked like a Life Day orb surrounded in gold. It was so fancy, so heavy. This just really kind of an uber multi-layered pin. Just a thing of beauty. And I would love to see Disney repeat what I consider like their winning entries. And so, because we've been doing it for 7 years now, there are a few of the merch things that have risen to the top. And I think they need to come back.
Right.
So
I agree.
That's just me. Just as kind of like a side thing, we have been talking. If you want to go to the Facebook site for our Life Day stuff, that's Life Day Batuu and Beyond, and you can just type that in. You'll also probably find the Life Day events
in Facebook.
Yeah,
yeah,
and that's in Facebook. And so one of the things that we posted was, how are you celebrating at home? for Life Day, because Life Day is a little bit Christmas and a little bit Thanksgiving. And so Colleen and I, every year, we have a Life Day tree. And so it's just a little tiny tree. It's like maybe 3 feet tall. And it's got a bunch of the Life Day ornaments they sold at Disney, although we are missing the first year Life Day ornament. I will trade somebody like a Life Day spork or something.
Oh, yeah, we do have extras
for
of those.
one of those original Life Day ornament orbs. It doesn't have a date on it, it just says Life Day. We don't have one. I don't know if we had one and it broke, or we didn't buy one, or whatever happened, we didn't end up with one.
I feel like we bought one of everything. We generally tend to, with the Life Day merch, we buy one of everything except the clothing.
Right. And that's just because we feel like really connected to it.
Although it's really funny, in this picture, I realized that the
Halloween banners are still
Halloween
up.
banner is still there.
Yeah.
I should make a Life Day banner
That'd be great.
like that.
Yeah, so if you look at our picture, we've got, we have the Mark Wall kind of hiding under the tree, where we saw a little kitty doing this today at our bookstore. We went to get Gene Turnbow's book. The guy who runs our station wrote a fantasy book. And so that came in, we went to pick it up, and their little kitty was hiding under the tree skirt, which was really fun. And we've got Babu Frick. He's putting balls on the tree over in the corner. It's just kind of fun. We just kind of shoved all that stuff in the corner.
And I gotta say, Sean did everything on it this year. Usually I try to help out at least a little. I think he did it while I was working or something.
Yeah, I think you were working or just otherwise occupied, and so I just kind of threw it together. Anyway, people, I don't want to out anybody over on the Facebook group on the show here. But if you go to the Facebook page, you can see what other people are posting for their celebrations and stuff too. One of the neat things about how Life Day has progressed is that people have made their own swag for it, and very frequently hand things out. Like Dawn, for the past 5-6 years, with a break for COVID, of course, has been handing out silicone wrist bracelets for Life Day with the year on it, which has been really terrific. We've had people who have been 3D printing orbs. They've been 3D printing coins. Some people were making Japor snippets that the little thing Anakin carved. I got one from a very sweet couple last year who got engaged on Life Day, which was really great. So,
My favorite Life Day thing that someone gave me is a little piece of wood, like cut from a tree branch or something, that has Chewbacca in his Life Day robes painted on it. Like hand painted. I couldn't believe this person gave me this.
It was super
wild.
sweet. I still have this picture up. It's in the middle here on
It's
the
hard
tree,
to see in that
and
picture,
it's really
though.
hard to see. But it is basically a slice of branch with Chewbacca painted on it, and the backside is painted red, and it says Life Day, and it's
I'm
dated.
gonna go get it because the person who did it wrote their name on it.
Right? It is absolutely sweet. And the creativity is awesome. Somebody did a History of Life Day book, which was terrific. People have had all sorts of really creative things to do with it, and I've really enjoyed seeing people's creativity and what they've got going on.
So here is. Do I have that centered?
You do. Here, let me give you a bigger screen. There you go. That's perfect.
Here's the ornament on the front side, and then on the back side it says Life Day 2022, and it has the person who gave it to me. It says with, and it has a little heart, and it said world's okayest hiker on TikTok. So if you go to World's Okayest Hiker on TikTok, that's the person who gave me this really neat Life Day gift.
Yeah, it's some of the things have been so creative and so personal too. And I just got to say, I really love that there's a bit of community that has cropped up around this, and people are doing just whatever cool stuff they think will really kind of fit. So
My number one favorite thing, though, was that Sean gave me a shoulder porg that he had dressed up for Life Day with a little scarf and a light up Life Day orb.
which
That
I'm
was
really
super
surprised
best.
Disney hasn't done yet.
I know. I thought they were going to do it. I was really bummed that they didn't.
because it was super cool.
Yeah.
People, if you go to one of the home improvement stores right now, they are selling a 7-foot tall Chewbacca, and people have bought those, put them in the house, and put their Life Day robes on Chewbacca.
Somebody did that in the Life Day Batu and Beyond thread.
Yeah, and he's holding the popcorn bucket, the Chewbacca Life Day popcorn bucket, which is awesome. Everybody's somebody made little sort of like jewel boxes, which are really cool. Just all sorts of creativity happening.
So Lisa checked in on Twitch and said, sporks, which is funny because her handle on Twitch is Sporkicide.
It's Sporkicide, right? Right.
Very funny.
And someone has made block prints too for Life Day, and so they're making handouts that are these block prints. Just super impressed with the community and the people and the things that they like to do. And I as things get more expensive, I hope that people are still able to come and participate instead of having to sit it out, because money makes the world go round. So, and I feel like that's just such a counterintuitive thing for Life Day for me. And so, like I said, we'll try next year for that off-site one too, just to see. But with the rain and Dapper Day and the cost and all that kind of thing, I'm wondering if we'll have a lighter
I
attendance this
feel
year.
very confident that there will be a lighter attendance this year.
I did have the lyrics printed up yesterday. It was kind of funny. It took me 2 hours to do it, and the lady was so apologetic that it took so long to get things done. And I was just going to place the order and come back like tomorrow and pick them up. But she cut me this deal and did all sorts of stuff. But the print shop deal online was about as good as the deal that she gave me there, which was weird. So I'm so grateful to her for trying, but I should have just put it in online and come back tomorrow and save myself 2 hours.
Yeah.
But that said, she was super, super sweet, and we spent 2 hours just kind of joking around. So could be worse.
Right. Shall we move on?
Sure. One of the things that I thought Disney should have done years ago, really, is have Chewbacca in his Life Day robes at the park.
Yeah.
They had a teaser that said he was going to be at Walt Disney World in Galaxy's Edge for an event series called Jollywood Nights that they do in the Magic Kingdom. And they didn't say anything about bringing him to Galaxy's Edge West. And so we were a little bummed for a while, but it looks like they are bringing him out. He's got a monstrously huge orb, which is just sort of absolutely hysterical. That's not what I want to do. Let me see if I can get that up for you guys. There you go. So it looks like the orb's about 9 inches in diameter, which is the scale of a bowling ball or a basketball.
Oh my gosh. Why is it so big?
I don't know, because it's not that big in the TV show. I think they just wanted something that read well in photos, maybe.
I guess.
Which is crazy. But anyway, I'm excited that we get Chewie in his robes finally, and I hope this also means, rain permitting, that we'll get Chewie in our pictures more than we usually do, because sometimes he doesn't make it out. Sometimes the timing is off, and he doesn't make it out. And I'm hoping that that they will make a better effort this time around. And then other times, he's come out and he spent like a half hour with us, so you never really know how it's going to work out. And but it is Chewbacca's day, and Disney is embracing that, and I'm looking forward to this very much. So it's cool. And Jeff tells me that I know someone who worked on that orb.
Oh, funny.
To make it. So yeah, it's kind of an interesting thing. So they have made the announcement that he is going to be in both Batu East and Batu West.
Excellent.
Batu West is us. So
Yeah.
yay.
The tropical, on non-Star Wars news, non-Life Day news, the tropical Americas arrive in 2027, replacing Dino Land with Encanto and Indie attractions. Someone on my Facebook posted about the Indie attraction today, was very excited and said, "Oh, maybe there's a reason to go to Disney World." And I said, "Well, be careful, because the Indie attraction in Paris is a roller coaster,
As a roller
with a
coaster.
loop."
Right. That's interesting. This one reminds me, and I guess I should probably throw these pictures up here for y'all. It reminds me a bit of Tokyo and the Disney attraction in Tokyo. Although I have to tell you that Colleen and I
You mean the Indie attraction in Tokyo?
That's what I said.
You said Disney.
Oh, no, the Indie attraction in Tokyo. Colleen and I went to a roller coaster thinking it was the Indiana Jones attraction in Tokyo, and it turned out it was next door.
Yeah.
Which was pretty funny.
It was a really good roller coaster.
It was a great roller coaster.
I don't generally like roller coasters, and I liked this one a lot.
So this is some of the layout stuff that they're kind of doing. You can see the Indie thing up on the right. You can see Casita over on the left. And
there's a carousel in the center bottom.
Yeah, and it looks pretty fun. There's a close-up of Casita. And
they haven't said what kind of a ride the Encanto ride is going to be yet. They've just said this is what the exterior.
And
looks
then
like.
and then this for the Indiana Jones. It looks kind of like a cross. It's an Aztec temple in Tokyo, and it looks like a cross between that and the Temple of the Forbidden Eye here.
So if you're a fan of Dino Land, get there before February 2nd, because that's when it closes.
Because it's going away. Yeah. It'll be interesting. There's a little fountain area with some trees. And it looks pretty fun. I mean, Encanto makes perfect sense to do. I think they should turn the Zocalo restaurant in Disneyland into Casita. I think that would be very cool.
Like a Casito restaurant?
Yeah, and just, put a courtyard, let the characters be there, because the characters don't really have a place.
Yeah.
So here's a picture with the sort of like layout.
The story of this Encanto ride is supposed to be the day that Antonio receives his gift and everything kind of goes crazy. But he has the ability to speak to animals. And so that's the story they're going with for the ride.
Well, and that's what they thought they should do with the Swiss Family Treehouse. I think that was Jeff's suggestion.
Yeah.
Was to make it his treehouse, and I thought that we should make it at the Zocalo and do the entire house, which I thought would be very cool. So
Yeah, they should still do that.
yeah. Let's see. These are all. This is a sort of.
I think I would prefer that to the thing that they're doing out here, which is the the blue people.
Avatar?
Land. Avatar, yeah.
Yeah.
I like Encanto better than Avatar.
This is a model of the area, but the
It's
model
only a model.
doesn't contain the Indiana Jones ride that I see. Doesn't look like it's there. I see Casita,
What is it you're looking for?
the Indiana Jones temple. Doesn't seem to be in the upper right-hand corner where it should be.
It's in the upper left-hand corner, isn't it?
No, that's
That's
Casita.
Casita. Oh,
So maybe it's not
Interesting.
in the model yet, but it's in the art behind it, but it's not. It's not
I'm
there.
trying to scroll the stupid page.
Yeah, sorry. Here's the model of Casita, which looks as you would expect it to look.
Yeah.
And I don't see. Anyway, yeah, it could be fun. I'm looking forward to new changes and stuff. Although we haven't been to Florida in a while, and our next Disney trip is going to be to China, which is going to be wacky. I went to the consulate and filed our paperwork yesterday to help further that along. It was exciting.
Yeah, Sean went to the Philippine consulate to file paperwork for us to take the remains of my father
Yeah,
to the Philippines.
it's sort of a bereavement trip, and but on the way back, our reward to ourselves is to do a layover in China and go see the Disney parks there.
Yeah.
Kind of cool.
Let us move along to the rest in peace section.
Surely. People that we lost this week was we lost Pauline Collins at the age of 85. She was the star of the movie Shirley Valentine, for which she was nominated for an Oscar in 1990. Died peacefully in her home, surrounded by her family. But she got the Golden Globe Award for Best Actress. She got a BAFTA, and just had all sorts of accolades for this role. And she did Broadway. Shirley Valentine originally came from a Broadway play, and a stage play, and her husband was played by Bernard Hill. Was captain of the Titanic movie, and she was in Doctor Who, and Russell T Davies from Doctor Who said, "It was such an honor to have her on set. I was in awe. She was salty and wonderful and the finest of actors." And so sad to hear of her passing. James Watson passed away at the age of 97. We should all be that fortunate. If his name doesn't ring a bell, no, he is not the partner of Sherlock Holmes, but he was certainly a detective of sorts. He co-discovered the structure of DNA, and it was, this his entire life's work and whatnot, and he was certainly a product of his time. He's had all sorts of weird things to say about people that weren't well accepted, and so he went from being this sort of like paragon of science to being a pariah and getting sort of booted from all of that, which was kind of crazy. You should read up on the discovery of DNA. It's rather fascinating and complicated. And it's not just the guys. There were women involved. But back in the day, women didn't get credit. So it's our job to fix that. Tetsuya Nakadai, a film actor who was in Ran, Harakiri, and The Human Condition, has passed away at the age of 92. Was Ran, Kagemusha, and High and Low were all Akira Kurosawa movies. He worked with Masaki Kobayashi on a lot of things. More than 100 screen credits over 70 years. Absolutely crazy. He had a role as like a extra uncredited prisoner in a drama in 1953, and then worked with Kobayashi for the next 3 decades. Pretty crazy. So if you're a fan of Japanese cinema, you know who he is. At the age of 59, we lost Cleto Escobedo III. He's maybe best known as Jimmy Kimmel's band leader. They've been friends since they were kids. He passed away on Tuesday. He led the band on Jimmy Kimmel's show, Cleto and the Cletones. Haven't said why or how he passed away as yet. And of course, a lot of people who were did time on the Jimmy Kimmel show, anybody who sang on the show, everybody's giving him incredible props and condolences to Kimmel for the loss of a friend and a very talented a band leader. Jim Avila, ABC News senior correspondent, has passed away at the age of 70. He had a very long illness, and his death was announced by ABC News president Alman Karamedovic. And he was a correspondent for 2020 based here in Los Angeles. And then he left the network to do other stuff. He specialized in politics, justice, law, consumer investigation, and covered the White House for about 4 years during the second term of Barack Obama. And then Sally Kirkland passed away at the age of 84. She worked for Andy Warhol, Oliver Stone, Ron Howard, was nominated for an Oscar in a film called Anna. And she was one of the first actresses to appear nude in a legitimate stage play. Kind of a, weird credit to have. But she was the daughter of a fashion magazine editor. She had a model's physique, and she appeared nude in the Andy Warhol film and on stage in the 1960s for a Terrence McNally play, which was not the norm, but she was in The Sting with Robert Redford. She was a romantic interest of Robert Redford as a stripper. In Revenge in 1990, she was a rock star opposite Kevin Costner. And, of course, she was in JFK in 1991, playing a woman who claimed to know about a presidential assassination attempt in advance in that film. So, anyway, won all sorts of Golden Globe and Spirit Awards, and extremely talented. And, worked with Meryl Streep and Glenn Close and Holly Hunter, all that kind of stuff. So sad to hear her passing.
Thank you.
Certainly.
Okay. I feel like somebody else popped in. Lisa, we said hi to.
We said hi to Lisa.
Roy
Budala.
Pounds said, greetings from the Jedi Knight Club.
Oh, right on. Hello.
Jim Carroll and all the rest of the Jedi wish you a most pleasant life day with clear skies.
Well, and same to all. So here's the thing. I wish these guys were a little closer because I would do more with them. I feel terrible because they frequently invite me to their events, and they are just a little out of my range. The Jedi Knights are the oldest organized fan club of Star Wars ever. And so basically the movie came out, somebody went, we're going to be the Jedi Knights the week the movie came out. And that was that. And they predate the Star Wars fan club, all of that kind of stuff. They're a really great group of people. It's been my pleasure to be at some of their meetings and to I think I've spoken there once, and super, super great folks. And they're just a little bit out of my
Range.
Radius. Yeah.
Brent Hobart also says hello.
Brent.
Okay, I am going to start the speed round talking about trailers. We had 2 trailers this week. The first one is... I'm going to put on my historical costuming hat for this one. They're coming out with another version of Wuthering Heights next February.
Yeah.
It has Margot Robbie in it and some other people, and it looks absolutely ridiculous.
I am going to go and get this. I have to do a thing where I turn my sound off, though, so let me do that. Otherwise, we'll get dinged.
Yeah,
and
they'll pull our show.
They'll take our video down.
There is a dress in this trailer. It's, if I recall off the top of my head, and I could be wrong, Wuthering Heights is set mainly in either the 1830s or the 1840s. When I saw this dress, I had to stop the video, run it back to look and see if I was like, this couldn't have been what I just saw. But there is a dress that looks like it's made from vinyl. And not only does it look like it's made from vinyl, the only part about it that says 1830s, 1840s is that it has sort of a hoop shape to it, which hoops weren't even... They came in like the end of the 1840s. There were all petticoats before then.
Right.
And that's just like the off the top of my head grossness of this costume. It's awful.
I'm running the trailer here now, and it starts fairly reasonably.
You should just show the picture. I sent you the picture, Sean. In your private message.
Yeah, you did. If I could go find it, I guess.
Do you want me to put it in our chat?
No. I'll go get it. The thing about it, I have a problem with this trailer entirely because it is it's way over the top in that it thinks it's amazing.
Yeah.
Right? So the movie is like, we are the love story to end all love stories and the greatest love story of all time. And that kind of stuff really bugs me. And in fact, it is so funny that like they do one of those things where they show like text on the screen.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So I was totally wrong about the date on this. Wuthering Heights apparently...
Oh, there's the dress. I just passed it.
Well, you should go back to it. It's really awful.
I am. It is
Wuthering
really awful.
Heights takes place from 1771 to 1802. Now I am even more WTF on these clothes. That is not the picture of the dress.
No, give me a
okay.
second, honey.
All right.
It's here.
Ugh,
there it is. I gotta get
Ugh.
it. So
I threw up a little in my mouth.
So it's like whatever it is. It's PVC. It's some sort of super shiny artificial fabric. It's just awful, and it looks so bizarre. And my first thing is to go, well, obviously this is some sort of dream sequence.
But how could you dream in PVC for something that ends during the Regency?
Right, when it hasn't been invented. And look, I'm not going to say that you can't update a story like this and do it well. Marie Antoinette is a prime example of that, where they updated it with modern sensibilities, modern music.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
And like she was
But
wearing
the clothes were
Converse
really
or
good.
something in there. And so whatever's going on here And to keep going past this, I mean, some of these things you look at and you're like, those clothes are reasonably acceptable for the time period. And then other stuff you look at it going, that's out of like 1980s Vogue or Bride or whatever.
Right.
Because it's
but
just
also like
crazy.
I thought they were going for like 1830s based on the other costumes that I saw. But maybe I just was looking at the rough shape of that one and thought that must be it. I don't know. But
so here's
super gross.
This is one of the things that like is making me wonder. So they just keep putting these text things up, and it's like, "Be with me always. Take any form." What does that mean?
Vampires.
Right?
Or werewolves.
Werewolves. Or so.
Yeah. They're just not showing the transformation because they don't have
Right.
the special effects down yet.
Exactly. Drive me mad.
It's
okay.
kind of like they took they crossed Wuthering Heights with
Pride and Prejudice and Zombies.
no the one where she time travels to Scotland and everybody gets raped.
Outlander.
Outlander. Yes.
I'm sorry. Describe that for me again.
She time travels in Scotland and everybody gets raped because that's what happens in that show.
Sure. Yeah.
Warning, if you are
Spoiler
somebody
alert.
who wants to watch that show and hasn't seen it yet, that's what happens in it.
Right.
And I went, "Oh, I didn't need to see this."
Yeah, this whole thing just seems so bizarre. And why is the title in quotes?
Because it's not really Wuthering Heights. It is some weird fantasy version.
Wuthering Heights,
Wolverines.
as explained to somebody by someone who has never read the book.
Right. I haven't ever read the book, to be fair.
So bizarre.
I might go read the book now so that I can prove myself better then.
Yeah, I'm like, this is just so crazy. And like, you know, they revisit old romance stuff like every few years, come back around. I mean, how many times have we seen Pride and Prejudice?
Okay, I'm going to give myself a break here. Wuthering Heights was published in 1847.
Okay.
So I did have the 1840s. I was getting that from somewhere.
Okay. Now I want to know
But it does
why
open in 1801.
Wuthering Heights is in quotation marks.
I don't know.
I really don't know either.
Yeah.
So the first comment here, by the way, on YouTube is awesome. It says, "Heathcliff, it's me, Barbie. I've come home."
Yes, that is perfectly accurate. And they were, in fact, addressed by a very overdramatic and highly sexually charged child.
50,
Oh, there's a big bug on my screen.
50 Shades of Charlotte Bronte.
I went to go read the chat.
Yes.
And there's like a moth
Oh.
covering.
We're not the Moth. We are Docking Bay 94.
Right.
The Moth is a completely different show.
Yes, who has more listeners than we do.
Budala's like, Wuthering Heights is an action movie?
It's hysterical. Okay, Sean, what do you want to talk about?
Oh my gosh. Let me get back to the document here. Of course, you guys know that we are absolutely huge fans of Maestro Johnny Williams. He got started as a jazz guy. He started doing television work like Lost in Space. And of course, he got tapped to do blockbusters like Jaws and Star Wars. He's been a lucky charm for many film directors. He always knows what the right music is. And something he did for Star Wars, which was really interesting, is Star Wars, which takes its entire story from all sorts of other things that, you know, sort of it's a modern mythology, and it borrows from a lot of stuff with Lucas's full acknowledgement. John Williams did the same thing with his Star Wars music, which borrows from a lot of classical styles to make music that we recognize immediately and fits exactly what George Lucas was doing. So, what is Johnny? He's like 94 now, I think. He has been a fixture of the Los Angeles concert scene since
93.
the 70s.
He'll be 94 in February.
In February, okay. So the Los Angeles Philharmonic has announced the naming of the Hollywood Bowl stage in honor of John Williams. The Hollywood Bowl has been around for 103 years. They have never given this kind of accolade to anybody, ever. I mean, they could just have easily have done it for Bugs Bunny, because Bugs Bunny did cartoons there. But L.A. Philharmonic president Kim Noltemi made the announcement. There was a private dedication ceremony which featured Steven Spielberg, Kate Capshaw, George Lucas was there. All sorts of great people showed up to watch them do this dedication. Spielberg said, "Without John Williams, bikes don't really fly, nor do brooms in Quidditch matches, nor do men in red capes. There is no force. Dinosaurs do not walk the earth. We do not wonder. We do not weep. We do not believe." And John Williams has more than 100 compositions under his belt. He is the person with the most Oscar nominations currently living. He is just behind Walt Disney, who has the most Oscar nominations of all time. And he's behind him by like 5. I think we need to fix that. I think we need to get we need to get Williams up there. And he came out of retirement to do Steven Spielberg's next movie, which is about UFOs. We don't know much. But anyway, if you're in the Los Angeles area and you get the opportunity to go to a John Williams concert, which they frequently call Maestro of the Movies, David Arnold, who's been a longtime family friend of John Williams, and John Williams was sort of like Uncle John to him. He often conducts the orchestra now, and since John Williams is kind of getting up there, now is the time if you want to go see him. We've been going since 1977 off and on, and it's been amazing. And so this is well-deserved. Well-deserved.
Definitely well-deserved. Let's see. Speaking of, not speaking of, the Lucas Museum has set its opening date to be September 22nd, 2026. So that's exciting news. We've been waiting for a long time to find out when the Lucas Museum was going to open and to see it opened.
It is cool. It's less than a year. It looks pretty amazing so far, what they've shown of it. The outside of the museum is really funny because it looks like the Starship Voyager. And it
is very spacey.
It's a very Star Trek looking design versus a Star Wars looking design. And some of the video that they've shown is interesting because they seem to be showing more Star Wars than I have been led to believe is going to be on display.
Yeah, I didn't think they were going to have much of anything Star Wars.
I figured there would
like a little bit,
like one room with rotating displays. That would make sense, or maybe hang a few spaceships from the rafters or something.
So that's a Tuesday.
Okay. Well, we'll do our best to get in there and check it out for you guys. I think that'll be pretty fun. Yes. Lisa says it also looks like the Orville. It does have certain similarities to the Orville, but because it has greenery on the roof, it also reminds me of the Valley Forge in Silent Running.
Kelly wants to know where the museum will be. It's downtown LA in Exposition Park.
It is to the west of the Natural History Museum in what used to be 2 parking lots. So if you know Exposition Park, where the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum is, and get used to that because the Olympics are coming back to LA in 2028. So if you look at where the Memorial Coliseum is, it is directly behind it to the west. Those of you guys who did the California Science Center Star Wars events with us, it's in that same park. So it's pretty amazing.
Yeah. Sean, what do you want to talk about?
V for Vendetta still has legions of fans. It was a comic book, like a graphic novel, that was written by Alan Moore, who did The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen and other things, and was illustrated by David Lloyd. Came out in 1982 as like a serial in the anthology story Warrior. And it's in a dystopian Britain where the country is controlled by a fascist party, and an anarchist named V has adopted the Guy Fawkes persona and is trying to topple the government. And he rescues a woman who sort of becomes his captive from the secret police, and he's hoping for her assistance to get things done. So, of course, there was a movie that featured Natalie Portman in it, and what's his name from Priscilla, Queen of the Desert?
Terrence.
No, the other one, the elf. I can't think of his name. I just had his name. Anyway, it was a pretty well received movie. Everybody kind of really liked it, and now they're talking about doing a series out of it. It'll be at HBO, who recently had The Penguin with Colin Farrell, and that was very well received. And so doing a series like this will actually let them flesh out a lot of stuff that they didn't get to do in the movie. They can take their time with it. They can tell a more suspenseful story. And not that the movie was terrible, but yeah, it was cool. Hugo Weaving is the name I'm looking for, as Lisa points out. He played V, and did a tremendous job behind a stylized Guy Fawkes mask, which was really tough. So all of his emoting had to come through his physical presence and his voice. He had no facial expressions to rely on. But of course, we know Hugo Weaving is awesome at that, because he seems to do that in almost every movie. Anyway, it's in the works at HBO. It should be really great, and I'm looking forward to it. We don't get HBO, so we'll have to figure something else. Channel 4 and the BBC had tried to develop a V for Vendetta TV series, and it didn't go anywhere. Pennyworth, which was the show about Bruce Wayne's butler Alfred during his life in 1960s London, was supposed to be a prequel to V for Vendetta, and they never quite made it that far.
Interesting.
So, yeah, kind of an interesting tie-in.
Next Thursday, if you are not listening to us, you should be in Hollywood, because Chadwick Boseman is getting a star on the Walk of Fame. It's a posthumous honor, of course, and they had to wait. There's a requisite amount of time. I'm sure Sean knows what it is.
It used to be 5 years, and I believe that they have scaled that back because I think people were complaining, especially over Carrie Fisher. But that said, it's still 5 years since Chadwick Boseman passed away in 2020. But I had heard that they had lightened up those requirements. But certainly Chadwick Boseman is deserving. And Colleen and I do a lot of things in Hollywood. We see a lot of plays. We frequently walk down the Walk of Fame and see a lot of names that we just don't recognize.
And a lot of names we do.
Yeah, and it's always nice to see names that we do recognize. I think he definitely deserves to be there.
All right, so we've got about 6 minutes here. I don't know if you want to take a last item and then wrap it up, or if you have more items in you than that.
Well, let's see. It depends
which to do it.
how quick they are. If you're following the television series Wednesday, Catherine Zeta-Jones, of course, plays Morticia. She thinks she has a good solution for Cousin It, which is Danny DeVito. She says he's going to kill me for that. But it could be pretty funny. She and Michael Douglas and DeVito have been friends for decades. Of course, Michael Douglas and Danny DeVito were together in Jewel of the Nile, which we discussed before. We were talking about that old Laserdisc format. And she says, I don't know how Danny DeVito hasn't been cast already. I was with him for our birthday in September, and they share the same birth date, September 25th. And she's like, why isn't Danny DeVito in Wednesday? Did we wrap up Wednesday? Did we watch the whole?
So I don't remember, and yet I think I remember you telling me we did wrap it up. And I just don't remember what the ending was.
I thought so too. And somebody said Lady Gaga was in Wednesday, and I don't remember her.
Maybe we didn't watch all of it.
She was a character named Rosalind Rotwood. Maybe she was just so made up I didn't even notice. I mean, not that I'm a massive Lady Gaga fan or anything, but it mentioned in this article that, like, how are they going to top Lady Gaga? And I'm like, Lady Gaga was in Wednesday? I don't even remember. Anyway, it's pretty funny. So she says, he's like, yeah, they're going to cast me and put hair all over my face. Thanks for suggesting that, Catherine.
Funny.
That's what she says he's going to say. So.
Yeah, if the picture is really the costume she wore, we did not see the whole thing.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe we've got episodes we haven't watched.
So they do a thing where they drop like a bunch of it, and then they make you wait another month, and they drop the rest of it. I bet that's where we stopped.
And that's what I'm thinking, is that, like, maybe we didn't go back and see the last part of it.
Right.
We'll have to fix that.
And that's funny, because I asked you about that, and you were like, no, we saw it all.
Well, I don't know. I thought we saw it all. Maybe we didn't.
Yeah.
Anyway, something we'll fix after Life Day. What do you think? I guess that's about it for us, right?
Yeah, we've only got a couple minutes.
A couple of minutes to go.
Time to wrap it up.
If you guys have stuck with us for the entire 2 hours, you are amazing. We're always very grateful for you doing that. If there is a way to like or follow or subscribe or anything like that, please do that to let us know that you were there. We've been glad to have you all over here on the chat, talking about your plans and what you've been up to and that kind of thing. We're always very, very excited to hear what you guys are doing. We talk about our stuff every week, but it's great to hear what you guys are doing. If you are coming to Disneyland on Saturday for Life Day Observed, or Monday for Life Day Actual, come find me, come say hi, come give me a hug. Colleen will be there
find me on Monday.
But not Saturday, so she'll be there Monday. And we should have a pretty good time. And if you're kicking around Southern California on Sunday, you want to come see and also participate in an old school radio drama from the 1930s. Come to the Lanterman House thing that we posted earlier in the chat. You can look up the Lanterman House and look at their calendar too. But it's I think it starts at like 2 on Sunday at the Lanterman House in La Cañada. So that's a very cool thing too. So we would appreciate your company there. And we're putting the audience to work. You get to be like the Red Monkeys and the Slaves of Mongo and like all of that kind of stuff. So we've got a role for you guys to do from the audience, which should be very fun. Beyond that, I am on the air every single morning on sci-fi.radio Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. from 9 a.m. to 11 with the show Good Morning Tatooine. I do music history. I will be doing that tomorrow to wrap out the week. For Friday, we should have some fun there. And beyond that, we'll be back next week with this show. Good vibes out to Jeff that he gets over the flu quickly. We definitely missed him for the show this week. Sorry he wasn't with us, but he
feel better, Jeff.
Sure, he picked up something at Disneyland And, I'm hoping that the headache that I've had for a couple of days isn't the flu that he's got. That would be bad. And also a big thanks to Kit again for all of the links and the show document and the fun stuff over at Docking Bay 94 on Facebook.
I'm Colleen Kaylee Crosby.
I am Sean Obi-Shawn Crosby. As always,
May the force be with you.
Let's see here. We'll give you guys some credits over on the video side of things. Happy Life Day, everybody. We'll touch base with you next week and find out how yours went.